Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is IZZATI and today my friends and I would like to give a presentation about our project assignment which is feminism. First, we start off with the definition of feminism. Feminism is the belief in equality of sexes in all aspects in life, whether it's in economic, political, or social. But what's the purpose of it? Well, actually, feminism is fighting to correct laws and policies that prohibit women in all facets of domestic and public life from gaining complete equality with men. And the motivation why this ideology becomes bigger is because of the oppression of the patriarchal system which positions men in every aspect of their lives as those who control women. Next, the objective of this project is to explain the concept of feminism, to discuss about the situation that women went through in the past, and to explain furthermore the radical change of women's profile, basically from lower status to a higher status. And here is the keyword for this project. Next, we go to the concept of feminism. For the concept of our project, we are going to talk about the types of feminism. First, we start off with the liberal feminism, which also called as the mainstream feminism, and it was started when the social contract theory of government that is instituted by the American Revolution is formed. Abigail Adams, a former First Lady of the United States, together with Mary Wollstonecraft, an English writer, were there from the start helping to find equality for women. Their focus is to attain gender equality, whether it is in political form or legal reform within the liberal structure of democracy. Like the meaning of liberal, which is willing to respect or accept behavior or opinions from one's own, a liberal feminist wants this for women, the freedom. Secondly, we have the radical feminism. Radical feminism gives ideas for all of the other types of feminism. This kind of feminism wants male supremacy eliminated in all social and economic contexts. But thank God, this ideology has not been totally accepted into the society because of what? Because of the extreme thinking. The fundamental of oppression is women oppression. And their aim is to disassemble patriarchy rather than making adjustment using legal system. So often they are using groups to awareness of women's oppression. Next, we have cultural feminism and ecofeminism in one slide. And for cultural feminism, most of the feminists actually from radical feminism and they have been moved to this cultural feminism because they still carry that radical feminism name with them. And the difference between the radical and the cultural is the goal. While the goal of the radical feminism is to transform society, the cultural feminism wants to prove that they can work instead of just follow with the female nature. They want to make new valuation of describing femaleness. And an example of female nature is to expect women to be inherently kinder and gentler compared to men. And I think this is what they want to change. For ecofeminism, this one is more focused on the spiritual side because they see the connection between women with the earth. And there are two subtypes in this ecofeminism, which are first essentialists, which are more on the North American, and the second one is the constructivist, which dominates the European thinking. Their principle is to avoid every kind of discrimination and domination as they stress about the importance of interrelationship between humans, non-humans, and the earth. And for them, the earth and life are considered holy and must preserved. Last but not least, we have the Marxist and Socialist feminism. And similar to radical feminism also, Marxism recognizes that women are oppressed and being exploited through capitalism and social institutions of private property, while the socialist feminism is more on a social reproduction and economic reproduction, and it builds when the Marxism met the radical feminism. Marxism believed that to free the women, capitalist systems need to be break up first because most of women's labor are unpaid because of the system. And that is all for the types of feminism. We continue for the next part.
Good morning and good afternoon, everyone. Introduce myself first. My name is MEGALA Doctor of SONTULOM. Today, I want to present about the research methodology. The introduction of the research methodology is the feminism research methodologies are methodologies which are grounded in a feminist theoretical perspective. In addition, the feminist research is aimed of the bring transformations and passing out the gender in the world. This kind of the research is prescribes the essential for the achieving the goal of the equitable social and for economic development. Next, we see the purpose of feminism research methodology. Here got three purpose of the methodology. First of all, we think the first point, to empower women and give the voice to speak about social life from their perspective and ultimately contributed towards social change and reconstruction. The second point, to reveal the inequalities in gender relations. The third point is recognize women's contribution in public work as volunteers, social reformer workers, and social and high achievers. Next, we see the origins of the feminist methodology. Here got feminist history can be divided into the three waves. Here got three waves. The first wave, feminism, is focused on suffrage and political rights from 19th and to 20th century was mainly concerned with women's right vote. Next, we see the second wave feminism is focused on inequality between the genders, exploiting the egalitarian role of women in society, spread the decades of the 1960s and 1970s. The third wave of feminism is focused on empire-based globalizations, post-colonialism, post-structuralism and postmodernism of the beginning in the 1990s refers to a continuation of an reaction of the second wave feminism. This is the example picture of the feminism for the waves. Last up, we see the feminist research method. For feminist research method have two methods. The first thing is quantitative and second one is the qualitative. The feminist research method is borne out by the widespread and use of the variety of the existing research method by feminist researchers. We see the first method of the quantitative. For the quantitative, in-depth research into the motivations, attitudes, and behavior of the respondents or into a given situation. Next, we see the qualitative research method of the feminist. Procedures which produce descriptive data on people's own written or spoken words and observed behavior. These are the both are feminist research method. These are for me. Next we see the next part.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NAJJAH. In this video, I'm going to talk about problem and impact of feminism. So, what the main issues facing feminism? Not all feminists hate men, but some of them do, and they should not be the main focus of feminists. The feminism is really about against the patriarchy because there is a mentality that women are the second class of men. The problem and challenge that we're gonna discuss are in politics, education, health, and society. First of all, in politics, men think that women not eligible for voting. Women's job is only a servant at home, which is just washing, cooking, and raising their children. Next, in education, women were kept away from literacy and education because men think that knowledge might show them how to gain their independence, which could even inspire them to take the lead. Furthermore, in health, feminism is not only important of taking care of women by offering their work and voting, but also through emphasizing their health as in relation to their pregnancy and other maintenance tasks, because we must know that they has the most sensitive and fragile structure. Last but not least, in society. Society has been seen women as housewives and their only role is to take care of children and follow men's order. In addition, they were not permitted to do any kind of work outside their houses such as voting, learning or publishing.
Video I'm going to talk about impact of feminism in equality, career fulfillment, mental health, and adversity. First of all, I'm going to discuss about equality. As we know, women always face some problems in the work environment as to the inequality. The salary of women and men is continuously different. Race discrimination is hard to see because of frequent opposition to examining pay. In this way, women are also unconscious because they are not paying as much as men. The status of employee in the workplace is still unfair because men have the most higher position compared to women internationally. Next, for the career fulfillment, liberation of women means that they have to contest conventional research for gender orientation. The female feminists are bound to show huge amount of instrumental, male and androgynous attributes which is high on masculinity and femininity. Furthermore, for the mental health, in spite of the fact that exploration keeps on unfurling, it creates that impression that women's rights and women activist perspectives are useful for ladies and their psychological wellness. To start with, holding women activist perspectives seem to decrease unwanted indication among ladies. For instance, look into uncovers a negative relationship among sadness and introduction to feminism. Last but not least, for the adversity, women of high feminism are bound to androgynous segregation and they occur and perceive terrible encounters. Research reveals that expanding the self-confidence of a lady, individual strengthening and power will enable women to face up the separation and sexism.
The next part is recommendation. What is the recommendation? The recommendation is women should be differ in order to improve the working environment. Business should be involved about incorporating women in the workplace, shifts and advisory committees. Second things, it's possible for the staff to acclimate the voice and perspective of women as all is said, and very intimate partnership between women will change their wish and expand the community of associates. The third thing, the working environment should also improve so as to be much more family friendly and to promote work and family life of members. The last thing is the most of the above improvements in atmosphere will potentially contribute to job certifications, stability, and profitability. For example, we can see the positive and veritable shift in the lives of the working females with activities. These are the part of the recommendations.
Hello, this video, I will cover on attachment, which are documentaries and inspiring women who shape feminism, and conclusions. Maya Angelou. Through her literature, public speaking, and powerful writing, Maya Angelou inspired both women and African Americans to overcome gender race discrimination. In 2011, Angelou was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom for her works that spanned over 50 years and over so many degrees. Angela Davis. The trailblazing voice for black women, Davis played a critical part in the civil rights movement. The political activities was a key leader in the Black Power movement, and she has fought to champion the progress of women's rights for over 6 decades, and recently served as an honorary co-chair for the Women March in Washington. Next, Hillary Clinton. Clinton is the only First Lady to ever run for public office, serving as the first ever female senator from New York, Secretary of State under President Obama, and of course as the first ever female candidate in the 2016 presidential election. Next, Malala Yousafzai. The courageous teenager rose to fame with the memoir I Am Malala, documenting her followed journey as a young student fighting for access to education in Pakistan. Ever since, Malala has been traveling the world, advocate the education rights for women and children through her foundation, the Malala Fund. Next up, documentaries that shape feminism. First of all, Becoming. Michael Obama's new documentary Becoming is here to provide a much-needed dose of humanity and kindness. The documentary, which shares the same title as the best-selling memoir, provides a behind-the-scenes look at the former First Lady 3462 and the connection she made, life lessons she learned along the way. Next is 13, Award of Merits. Documentary focused on the racial inequality US prison system and exposed the idea that the prison industrial complex came directly from the 13th Amendment. He's not solely a feminist of merit, but to be an American feminist means to understand the very historical operation of this country. Finally, the conclusion. The conclusion. True feminism is feminism that aims to empower all women by leading inexorably as a global citizens movement through solidarity politics, solidarity, economics, and revolution. It is necessary for feminists, both women and men, to continue empathizing this and to be committed to policy of the solidarity.